up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Four Knights of the Apocalypse chapter 142. But before we get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel, and in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Q, somewhere around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, well, first off, based off of King's conversation with Nysons, we definitely need to have something similar to what we had with Gauther in Nanatsu no Taizai. AKA, we need to see what happened from, like, Nyson's birth to when, you know, he got kidnapped and the search party and all that. And I would love to see if Arthur and the Powers of Chaos had any connection to it. I think that would be very interesting. You know, something very interesting to explore. God, especially, you know, because Gauther recognized Nysons when, you know, Nysons was turned into a baby. That's why I'm like, I want to see all of that. I'm praying that we will see all of that at some point. Please, Nakaba, do it. But anyways, I want to see it all from King's perspective, of course. But also we learned more about the life spirits. We kind of had an idea about, like, fire spirits and elemental spirits, especially if you've read Isekai Oji-san. I know I'm kind of behind, but yeah, I cover Isekai Oji-san manga, by the way. And it does kind of confirm what we thought about Percival, and it has us wondering if not Merlin, but it would be Lancelot and Nysons being the keys to bringing Percival back, which I would be totally okay with, because remember, they were part of the original party from the beginning, because it was Lancelot disguised as Sin, Nysons, and Donnie. And if it's and Lancelot and Nysons are the children of the deadly sins. So if it's those two, I will be so stoked. If Tristan is part of it, I would be okay with that as well. For again, because he is a Knight of the Apocalypse and he is a deadly sin. If Gwen's part of it because she is a just because she's a Knight of the Apocalypse, I would be okay with that too. But I just feel like it's more appropriate for it to just be Nysons and Lancelot to do it. But anyways, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. God, Nysons is just so beautiful. I really don't like, the only problem I have with Nysons is, God, I hate those bangs. Those bangs are killing me, Smalls, for real. Anyways. And this chapter is titled A Sad Crossing. Here we go. Yep, if you want a hearty meal, grilled wood boar is the way to go. So we're back with the rest of King and Nyan's family. Mutilated rabbit stew is so creamy. I could eat this all day. You'll get a gut, you know. I'll beat your ass. Oh, scary. Hey, by the way, where did Mom go? Not sure. She said she needed to talk to Tire. Oh! Well, Tire, I knew I'd take a lot for a problem to get you down. But this is what you're thinking, isn't it? You're wondering if Nysons is your mom and dad's son. You think that he might be a brother to all of you. Ooh, I heard the rumors before about your first child being a victim of a changeling plot. I'm telling you, we need this freaking backstory. I want to see it from King and Diane's point of view. I need to see this. That's why you strictly prohibited Puck from all that nonsense. They were just rumors, so I didn't pay them much attention. But 2 years ago, when I ran into Nassie in the fairy realm, it surprised me. I mean, how close to you and Dad can you even get? Oh, what you mean our looks? No, a lot more than that. Nessie doesn't have a gender, just like Fow. How many other humans are like that? Do you think? And only fairies and giants can adapt to the air in this realm, right? Um, I would think the goddess clan could adapt to the air too, right? And demons as well. I feel like that wording is wrong. I feel like it should be supernatural. It shouldn't. I don't like that wording. I don't, because fairies and the members of the goddess clan should be included, but obviously they're not around as much anymore. So I understand, but at the same time, it's like, does Tristan not go visit or something anymore? Like, come on. And most of all, I only found out about this just now. But it turns out Nassie was abandoned as a child too, and we're talking about an 18-year-old here too, just like Myrtle. Let's just pretend for a moment, all right, that you're right and Nysons is your brother. Is that bad for you? No, of course not. I love Nassie a whole bunch, but where does Myrtle fit in there? Then does this mean Myrtle's no longer you and Dad's son? He's not our big brother any longer? Because that can't happen. It'd just be too hard for us all. No, he can still be your brother. Teammate. Oh, I'm so glad to have you back. Boy, oh boy, we can't thank you enough, kind Myrtle. You too, Sixtus. I didn't do any of it. Good thing Puck and that baby recovered pretty quickly. Yeah, but did you hear that? They called you their guardian angel. An angel, huh? I prefer to be a giant or fairy. Sixtus, about our talk before. No need to say it. I know what you're after. Let's go talk to Dad, all right? We'll ask him to let you drink the drug of yore. I can't fly like a fairy. I have no wings, but I'm not as big and strong as a giant either. All my siblings resemble my mother or father in some way. I'm the only one who doesn't. If there's anything that'd make me your brother at all, it's the ability to adapt to living in this realm. But would Father let me have something so precious? Didn't you say that Dad's a kinder king than anyone out there? Mm-hmm. Wait, that's Father and Nysons? What are they doing? Heed my words, Orion Vines. Bring the tears of Iris hiding in the light to my hand. What? This is the drug of yore, taken from the iris flowers that grow atop the sacred tree once every millennium. It can heal any sickness or cure and bring souls and bodies back from the brink of death. What? Wow, Myrtle, it really does exist. It does. Father, listen to me, Nysons. This is my gift to you. I want you to have this. Oh, no. What? What? He's giving our treasure to a human? What is he thinking? Meryl! Don't be shy now. I just want to be of assistance. And I earnestly hope it can help you wake up the night of prophecy. I truly appreciate your consideration for me, but I'm afraid I can't accept this. Huh? If you had this kind of drug, why didn't you tell me about it sooner? Why bring it up with me now? I can explain this. Was it that amusing to see me run around creating medicines only to fail every time? That's in very bad taste. What angers me most of all is how thick-headed you are, Fairy King. If you call yourself a father, you should know who actually needs this drug. Ooh! I sense strong feelings, deep, dark feelings. Feelings of rage and despair. No! This could be useful. Dude, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Nysons is like, no. Dude, Nysons called you out, King. He did. He's like, dude, I know you want to help me out, but you could have helped me out sooner. If you knew what I was doing sooner, and you knew that I was your son, Why didn't you offer this sooner, first of all? But the other thing is like, you had this, and you saw your son, someone that is supposed to be your son, suffering. You could have helped him, and you didn't. Why? Good on Nysons for calling him out. Good on Nysons. Oh my god, good on Nysons for doing this. And I love that Nyson said this, but man, Myrtle is, oh. Ooh. I feel so bad for Myrtle, because now he's probably gonna turn. But Tiare, though. But it is understandable why, at the same time, why he didn't give the drug to Nysons right away. But it is fucked up that he didn't give it to Meryl right away. Is that he doesn't know if it would work on Percival. No, I think here's why it won't work on Percival. I don't think it would work on Percival, and I'm glad that it's probably not going to work on Percival. One is because I want my Prince of the Lake content, and I want Lancelot and Nysons to be the ones to bring Percival back. The other reason is because Percival is going to want to have to come back, because he could just reject it. He could just say, fuck you, fuck that. No, because remember why Percival left. He felt like he was a burden. And even you can't force someone to come back. No, they have to want to come back. And the thing is, with Percival, what's going to happen in order for him to come back? He's going to have to feel like he belongs. And that's why that's another reason why I should have mentioned this sooner. And I mentioned it weeks ago when we saw the stuff with Pelagard. Part of me is like, I really hope Pelagard's going to play a role. I do. And before I forget, I wonder if King's relationship with Myrtle is going to foreshadowing Pelagard's role in all this too. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think King's role in the King's relationship with Myrtle is, and well, King and Diane's relationship with Myrtle? Because remember, they took him in knowing that's not their son. Do you think that is going to foreshadow how Percival is going to come back? Because remember, Pelagard sees Percival, especially with Pelagard's backstory. He sees Percival as his son. And my theory is that, and I said this when this happened, when we got the backstory, is that Percival could be the key to helping, because his wife hasn't, the reason why he hasn't fully turned, and left Camelot is because of his wife. And that Percival could be the key to helping his wife finally move on from their son's death. And I have to wonder if this is kind of if this here with the stuff with Myrtle and King and Diane, I wonder if that's kind of foreshadowing that too. So I really do, I love what Nakaba is doing here. If it is if I'm right about this. But yeah, I think everything is, maybe it's copia, maybe it's my wishful thinking, but I think everything from the beginning, from Percival's first encounter with Pelagard, has been leading up to Pelagard taking in Percival as a son, as an adopted son. That's what it seems like to me. It really feels that way. especially after what happened with Ironside and all that. It really, and with what happened, why Percival, remember why Percival left, and prior to Percival leaving, what he wanted. He wanted to have a family. And he thought to himself that he thought that if he would have just became that vessel for Deirdre, that he would have been, that Ironside would have been happy and had his son back, and Grandpa would still be alive, and none of this would be happening. That's why I'm just like, everything is leading up to Pelagard adopting him. Again, maybe I'm freaking going nuts here, but that's what it's leading up to. And then you got Nysons, Nysons was well, technically Nysons was kidnapped, but you have that situation going on, and he's, what the fuck is it with daddy issues? God damn, for real. Then you got Donnie. What is it? Everyone has daddy issues. Everybody does. Oh my god. Do I need to do a video on how, like, the main cast has daddy issues? Oh my god, the entire cast, Nice is just as further as, like, the final piece of everyone having daddy issues. How did this happen? Nakama, how did this happen? How did everyone in the main cast have daddy issues like this? You got Nysons being the final one here that's suffering from major daddy issues now. You have Lancelot. Lancelot's not as bad in terms of daddy issues. It's not as bad, but because Lancelot looked up to his dad a lot, looked up to his dad, but it's that I think Lancelot's like the only one that doesn't have as severe he doesn't have like extreme daddy issues like Percival or Tristan's is not as bad, but Tristan's is probably like the least. I'd say Tristan's is bad, but not as bad as like Percival or Nyson's. Anne's is not as bad either, but she somewhat has daddy issues, but it's not as bad as like Percival or Gwen has. Whoo, she has daddy issues up the wazoo. Dude, everybody is like, it's crazy how everyone has daddy issues. What the hell? Nakama, why? Why? But, and I still would like, speaking of, before I forget, I really want Pelagard to also adopt Gwaine. Have him adopt Gwaine and Percival, and I will be very happy with that. That would be awesome. Let him adopt Gwaine and Percival. And I really feel like the whole thing with Pelagard adopting Gwaine was set up as well. Back when he was disciplining her. That was set up. That was. And yes, Donnie does have daddy issues too. One, his daddy died, so there's that. But also the stuff with his uncle. That, I think, for the most part, was resolved, though. But seriously, please, for the love of God, Nakaba, have Pelagard adopt both Percival and Gwaine, and I will be happy. But yeah, I think for the most part, I think everything was set up for Pelagard to adopt Percival as a son. It was. That's what it really feels like. But yeah, I do like the fact that the Drink of Yore wasn't guaranteed to work. I love that Nysons was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And if you were a father, you should have just given it to the one that needed it the most, which is your son that wants to live here and can't, and it's hard for him to live here because of the realm. I like what Tia Ray said, though. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, and again, Merle is kind of like an adopted child too. I'm telling you. if it happens, like I think it will, I get to do a major call on it. But I'm very curious what you guys think about this idea of the drink of yore not working on Percival because he needs his soul won't go back into his body because he can't be forced back into his body. Because he's gonna have to want to come back. You can't force something unless they want to do it. And the ones that are gonna bring him back, I think Pelagard's gonna be that final piece. But it's gonna be Nyson's, Lancelot, and Pelagard. I really especially want Lancelot and Nyson's to do it. One, you got Prince of the Lake, and then you got a Prince of the Fairy Kingdom. But as I said, I wouldn't be mad if Tristan and Gawain were there either. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I just feel like it's just more appropriate if it was just Lancelot and Nyson's doing it. God damn, especially with Lancelot, because of what happened with Arthur specifically, of how Arthur was revived. With how Merlin revived Arthur, that's why. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Four Nights of the Apocalypse content. A few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.